Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Merc Gaming Racer 2000 speaking. Hope everyone's doing great today. So, what a ride for this game. I mean, wow. I am utterly speechless. I'm doing this in real time. I'm not going to try making a script to talk about what I want to talk about. I want to do everything offhand. I want it to be genuine. So, earlier I said in the first part that I really didn't like the first game. It left a lot of questions unanswered, and the ending itself just felt so unfulfilling. Not only that, but in the first game, it was very action oriented, and personally for me, survival horror games is supposed to be the idea of survival. You have to survive an environment where you're in a sense of despair because you have nothing. There's death waiting around you every single corner you take. Whether you're just walking to grab an item or exploring your environment. Now, part one is very linear. Just it started you off. You start off at point A, work your way to point B. While you're working your way to point B, maybe solve a puzzle or two, kill a bunch of enemies. That was the element. Now, that was the element that made Resident Evil 4 very successful. And, it's not a bad thing, but when you want to focus on making the game a survival, and you want to call yourself a survival horror game, and that is what you're trying to make as a developer, once you start putting in a lot of action into the game, it takes away from the survival part. It feels more action horror. Like if you're in an action flick and you have all the weapons in the world, the sense of danger goes away just because, yeah, you might have to deal with zombies running at you or monsters running at you, but you have the means to defend yourself fully. This game, they fixed it to a certain extent, and let me explain. A lot of you noticed I killed a bunch of enemies. I did not check the final results. I don't think I have the option to check here, but I'll check here just in case I can. No, it's not here, but no problem. So, I killed a bunch of enemies, but I did not kill them with the sense of I have all the ammo in the world and weapons in the world to be able to use everything. I used stealth. In the first one, they allowed you the chance to use stealth, but using stealth in that game was so hard. I never was able to really stealth kill too many enemies past the early chapters. I think it was past chapter 4. Everything was action. No more stealth. Don't even bother with stealth, you're just going to lose a lot of health. Health was an issue. In this game, I will admit, health was never an issue. I never felt the need that I am going to be low on health, I have to take care of what I'm going to be using. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, well, mainly 1. Resident Evil 1, health was such an issue. Ammo was such an issue. This game, Evil Within 2, ammo was an issue. I had a lot of gunpowder at the end, but I had to utilize a lot of stealth. I did utilize a lot of stealth kills to minimize the amount of ammo I was using. The fact that I disabled the aim assist, I was hoping to get an achievement for that. I did not. So, playing the next games, or playing on Nightmare, what I'm going to probably end up doing is using aim assist, but that's besides the point. This game, they gave you ammo, but not too much of it. If you notice some of the enemies I shot, they took a lot of ammo. Mainly because without the aim assist, aiming for the head was just that much harder. With aim assist, I'm sure that would have been a lot easier. But, that's the thing though. Ammo, they gave you gunpowder. But you saw at certain points, I would have a lot of gunpowder and it would practically disappear. Only because of the ammunition, it's not there for you. So you do have to be careful. You either sacrifice on ammo Or let me rephrase actually, you're either going to go stealth and have a lot of ammo and health as a result of going stealth, or you're going to go Rambo. Ammo, you're not going to have, and as a result, health, you're not going to have. I had a lot of health, never felt the need to heal, but that's because I decided to go stealth. Once I learned the ability of the Predator, where you just run up to the enemy while stealth and stab them in the head, that made the game so much easier. The element of danger really went down because I just had to wait for them to turn around, hit the button, I'll run up to them, stealth kill them. It became very easy. Ambush as well. If you want a true horror experience, don't rely on sneak. If you want to amplify your experience in regards to difficulty, I'm sure Nightmare is going to be a whole different beast, which I will play, but I will not do recordings on that. Maybe I'll just stream those. But I do want to say this. The story in this game, it is absolutely phenomenal. They left a couple of questions unanswered. But you know, I like how they really gave you closure at the end of this game. Chapter 15, 16, and 17, all those 3 chapters were in one video. And you know what? It was great. The final boss, it wasn't a Call of Duty style, like, pure action. Yeah, I mean, the boss itself was it was a little difficult for me to understand what I had to do at first, and then getting the shots to line them up, that was hard. If I had to say one huge flaw about this game, is the fact that bosses themselves were never that much of a threat. If you figured out what you needed to do, killing them, it wasn't that hard. Stefano, first main boss, he wasn't hard to kill. He really wasn't. All you had to do was just wait for him, in a sense. But if you went in there thinking you can just shoot your way through any problem, then I can imagine, yeah, maybe the bosses were a little bit more difficult. But really, none of the bosses felt like a challenge. Yeah, towards the end, that little boss rush, that was challenging, but I guess having the flamethrower really did make defeating our old gal Laura a lot easier. So, that's the thing. They could have made the bosses a little harder without necessarily making them bullet sponges, but all in all, it made you think. And as long as you were there to think about the problem at hand and think of a solution, yeah, if you notice, most of the fights, I did not fight right away. I just decided to explore, see what the boss was doing, and then try to form a countermeasure. And it worked almost the entire way through. But that's the thing, this game makes you think. They give you enough enemies to keep you entertained, to make you think, well, what is the best way to tackle this current situation? If you went in there blindly, as I did in the beginning of the game, in the beginning of the game, I suffered numerous deaths, as you probably saw. And towards the end, I just didn't suffer that many more deaths. Mainly because I finally learned how to play the game in regards to what I should and should not do. So, that is something that I enjoy games doing. In my honest opinion, this game right here is just it's gotta be one of the better survival horror games I've ever played. Especially when it comes to the third person perspective. When it came to third person, honestly, the only game I can think about that really gave me a sense of horror and dread was Dead Space. This game, it had the horror element. Now, the problem with this game as well, and another flaw that I do see with it, is the ambiance. In the beginning, it was pretty scary. Towards the end, it didn't feel as scary anymore. Yeah, the environment was a little bit gory and things of that nature, but they really didn't use jump scares to kind of like keep you on your toes in a sense. So I felt the horror element, but I didn't feel the adrenaline that came from not knowing what was going to happen around that corner. Next corner you take, is there going to be someone? Is there not going to be someone? Past Stefano, I felt it was more dramatic. It was more drama more than anything else. Not necessarily a bad thing. I didn't expect that from this game. But, like I said, the story, it was great. The gameplay, it was great. I wouldn't have put the coffee maker to give you that much health, or if they were going to put the coffee maker and they had to put it because it was something that they were adamant in doing, I believe the coffee machine should have given you limited uses. That way you cannot just keep healing yourself over and over and over on that coffee machine. Yeah, it was time-based, but I mean, what's to stop someone from just going AFK, waiting for the coffee to come back? So, I think they could have done away with that or adjusted that. The gunplay was great. The way you went about upgrading your weapons and crafting that was nothing special, but it was good. It was a good way of fixing the weapon parts from the first part. And then the goo, the fact that the goo was now only to upgrade yourself and not to upgrade your weapons, I thought that was really good too. All in all, I believe if you saw all these videos, or if you're just coming to watch my review, hear my review about this game, I strongly encourage everyone to play this game. If you're not going to buy it, Redbox it, do whatever you can. If rent it, borrow it from a friend, play this game. It is a wonderful game. The critics gave it, I believe, a 9 out of 10. I would say I would agree with them. Most of the time, I don't agree with the ratings they give, just because sometimes I feel like they just pay to get good ratings, but this game was just something special. At the end of the game, I'm not sure if you heard it in my voice, I was just... my tone changed. I was left almost speechless. I didn't know what to say. It was such an awesome experience throughout the entire game, and the ending, it was magnificent. I wouldn't have it any other way. The critics gave it a 9 out of 10. I would not give it a 10 just because it had its flaws. But the sound, the gameplay, the replayability, because I will be playing this again because I want to unlock everything else, and it was a fun journey. Everything. I would have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only things that I would have done differently, it just would have been, like I said, maybe made it a little harder. I would not have necessarily offered the players a chance to disable aim assist or enable it. But I mean, that really didn't affect my rating. The main thing for me, it was just the fact that it was a little easy. Some of the abilities were way overpowered and very easy to get. And the coffee maker kind of detracted from the difficulty as well. But, you know what? They could have also made the game a little scary. But I strongly recommend this game. That is my final opinion. If you still haven't played it, play it. I can't urge it enough. I know I said it already. I'll say it again. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I don't usually advertise games like this, but it is just that great of a game. If you have not played the first one, I know I said I didn't like it. It wasn't a bad game entirely. I would have given that game maybe a 6 out of 10, but I'm pretty... actually, I would have given it a 5, just because I didn't like the action. But you get to learn more about the story. So if you haven't played the first one, play it. Understand what's going on. If you have access to the DLCs, or you can get access to the DLCs for cheap, buy them Learn more about Mobius. Learn more about the story. Learn more about Kidman. Learn more about STEM and what it is. That way, when you play the second one, you'll understand it a little bit more. You're not gonna. It's not one of those games where you need to play the first one, but it will amplify the experience a little bit more. You learn more about. You get to learn a little bit about Myra, and a little bit about Lily, so you can connect with them a little bit more in this game. So that is all I have to say about this. I would like to thank everyone who's watched this video and who watched the entire playthrough. If you did not watch the playthrough, that is fine. You watched this video and I'm very grateful for that. So make sure you play this game. And if you don't have the money to get this game, watch a walkthrough. It doesn't have to be my playthrough. Go ahead and watch someone else's. I highly recommend you watch a playthrough that doesn't have commentary overly exaggerated, or that they interrupt the commentary or the game, because the conversations they have, it does add more to it, especially at the end. There was a reason why I just stayed quiet. I did not want to say anything anymore. I wanted people to just enjoy the experience. So that is it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you did like this video, make sure you do like and subscribe. It's been a pleasure making these videos for everyone. I hope everyone takes care. Thank you for watching. And go ahead and look at my other playthroughs that I'm going to go ahead and make. This is actually my first one that I've made. I canceled one of my other projects, the Noir Automata. Or Near Automata, sorry. I'm going to cancel that project, but I'm going to go ahead and continue. The next project will be the campaign for Call of Duty World War II. I'm just going to play that campaign, and that is what I'm going to go ahead and upload. But I'm also going to go ahead and start doing a few streams with me playing Evil Within 2. So if you have not checked me out, you can check me out on twitch.tv/MercGaming. But thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.